Hi everyone, Rana Sir is here. Welcome to our Rana Sir educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is coordinate geometry. In previous class already I have discussed with you about coordinate geometry like quadrants and sign of the quadrant, and also I have used a distance formula. If 2 points will be given, so I can get perpendicular distance between these 2 points. So that formula I have already derived, and also I have already calculated some numericals on this topic. Now next topic started I have discussed with you, that is defined, that is proved with you, that is the section formula. If 2 points will be given and one point which is divided in the ratio m and n, yeah, m1 into m2. So what will be the a point which divides the line segment, that intersection point I have got by using the formula that x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, and y coordinate will be as m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the section formula of the point which divide the line segment. Okay student, now today I will also solve some numericals on this topic. Further I am going to give you some suggestion point and you follow it positively. First of all, you have to take one notebook and then pen, and then you have to sit at your location properly, and you have to write all informations which are understanding by you on your notebook. And then you have to also simultaneously like this live video and also subscribe this educational channel, and also you have to share this live video with your colleagues, friend and students, so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. Okay, so positively I am going to use, yeah, apply the section formula in the question which is based on the section formula. Okay student, now first I am going to take one numerical from the textbook. Okay student, so you concentrate on it. Now further I am going to explain. This is the class 10th mathematics which is in English medium, and it is also based on NCERT pattern, that is belongs in CBSE board. High school student can also solve this question, only language is different, because in Hindi medium that is available all information in Hindi, but in English medium all informations are written in English. Okay student, so only language is different, but all materials are concept are same in UP board and also in CBSE board. So both students can read it readily. This is the chapter number 6, whose name is the coordinate geometry. Now I am going to write one question, and that question is based on section formula. So here I am going to write question number 1. Okay student, you concentrate on this question from starting to end for developing your good knowledge on this topic. Now, in what ratio, here I have to get the value of it. In what ratio does the point four comma minus 6, does the point 4 comma minus 6 divide the line segment, divide the line segment passing the points passing the points A, whose coordinate is -6, whose coordinates is -6, 10, whose coordinate is -6, 10, and other point P, whose coordinate is 3, -8. Okay, students, this is the question, and we have to find the ratio by using the section formula. Okay, now I am going to clean the board. After cleaning, I will simplify it in detail. Okay, so here in the coordinate section, in the coordinate geometry section formula, I do very easy way. Suppose that if any line segment is given and this it has coordinate x1, y1, and this point is written as B, and whose coordinate is x2, y2. Now further I will say this line segment, one point which divides the line segment in the ratio m1 into m2. Okay, students, so here I have to use section formula for getting the value of x and for getting the value of y, and this point divides this line segment AB. Okay, students, so I will write section formula here. First of all, I will write here section formula. Here I have to write section formula. I will write x coordinate, that will be m1 x2 plus m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the x coordinate I have written here. Similarly, I will write the value of y, that will be m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by, I have to write here m1 plus m2. This is the section formula, and each and every student has to remember it clearly. Okay, so if you will remember this section formula, so many questions can be asked in your exam, that is UP board exam or CBSE board exam. Each and every student can solve such types of questions. Okay, student, now here the coordinate of A is given, the coordinate of B is given, and also point C is also given. We have to find the value of m1 and m2 by using this formula, because here now this is the formula I have written these information from these 2 points. So this concept I have to use here. Now further I am going to get in what ratio. Ratio we have to get. The ratio means we have to get the value of m1 divided by m2, what will be. Okay, this is the information and which is asked in the question. Okay, so we have to find this ratio. Now does the point this, so this point, does the point this. Now I have written here P, its coordinate is xy, and here written x coordinate is -4 and y coordinate is 6, that is abscissa is -4 and ordinate is 6. Now point A is also given -6, 10, and point B is also given here 3, -8. So I will substitute here. After substituting, I will get the value of m and m divided by m2. That will be the answer. Okay, student. So this section formula I will use in the given problem for getting its solution. Okay, student. So this is the concept, and these are the concepts we will use in this question for getting its result. Okay, student. Now further I am going to remove this one, and after removing this one, and I will draw the same diagram, and after drawing diagram I will find its value. Okay, student. So you concentrate on this topic from starting to him for getting good knowledge on this topic. Okay, student, now further I am going to erase and I will find the required information which is asked in the question. Okay, student, now here I write. First of all, I will write here solution. Here, first of all, I will write solution. Solution means we have to write given that m1 divided by m2 I have to get, that is given, and also given I have to write 2 point. One point name is A, whose coordinate is also given here -6, 10, and another point whose name is B and its coordinate is also given, that is 3, -8, that is also given here. Now this line AB is the line segment, because line segment, the concept of line segment is that line segment has 2 endpoints. So this is the one endpoint and this is the second endpoint. So when I will join this type, so I will say that is the line segment from one point to B. I have get infinite number of distance, but we have to take only that distance which is the perpendicular distance from this point to this point, that is the shortest distance. Okay, student, now this line segment is divided by a point. I am going to say that point is, suppose that point I am saying B and its coordinate is given -4, 6. Its coordinate is given. So this coordinate I will write here, and now we have to find, I will say this is the m1 and this is the m2. So we have to get m1 divided by m2. Okay, students, so these are the information given in the question. So all information, first of all, we have to read all paragraph, that is all paragraph of the question. Yeah, in other words, we can say that all sentence of the question, and then I will write all information which are existing in the question, because this is asked in the question, and these are the informations which are given in the question. Now we have to find the value of m1 divided by m2. So I will use here section formula. By using section formula, I will say the x coordinate which will be equal to m1 into here m1 into x2. So I will say m1 into x2 plus m2. Here I will write m2 here. First of all, I am going to write formula, and after using formula and then you will substitute, because after using formula, so each and every student will know very easily. So here m1 x2 plus m1 m2 x1, m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the x coordinate of this point. So I will say, I will substitute the value of m. I will say this is the m. This is the equation number 1. Okay, I will say, so I will substitute, I will write here putting the value of x1, y1, x2, y2, and also the value of x. So I will say this is the x1, y1, and this will be x, y, and this will be x2, y2. Okay, so all information I will substitute here. So the value of x1 here, the value of x is -4. So here I will write one statement. That statement will be such: on putting the values of x1, x2, value of x1 and x2 in equation 1 repeat. So this information I write here. So x coordinate I have written here. I will take the value of x, x1, x2 in equation 1 from the diagram, and then we will get its value. Okay, student. So you concentrate here properly for understanding each and every step. Okay, student. Now for the solution, I will edit every information for getting its value. So we have to get this value more divided by this is the information, and that is also in the question. Now further I will substitute. Now value of x, that is minus 4. Now m1 is equal to m1 and it is multiplied with x2. The value of x2 is 3, so here I will put x2. Now proceed then I will substitute here m2 into x1. The value of x1 is minus 6 divided by I will put here m1 plus m2. Okay, students. Now the value of x1, x2 I have substituted in the equation number 1 from the given diagram. Okay, students, this is the information and I have everything here properly. Now further I am going to simplify. Here I will write implying that minus 4 which is equal to 3m1 minus 6 m2 divided by m1 plus m2 I will write here. Okay, so now here I will put minus 4 divided by 1. Now here I will do cross multiplication. After doing cross multiplication, I will get its value. Okay, students, further I am going to do cross multiplication. I will multiply this term with minus 4 and 1 with this term. Okay, after multiplying, I will write minus 4 in the bracket m1 plus m2 which is equal to 1 into. In the bracket I will write m1 minus 6 m2. So this information I can written here. Now table that I will erase for further calculation. Okay, student. Now we concentrate here properly for understanding it. Okay. Now this minus 4 I will multiply with m1, and also this minus 4 I will multiply with m2. Similarly, 1 is multiplied with this one, 1 is multiplied with this one. There will be no change. Okay. So here after multiplication I will write minus 4 into m1, so minus 4 m1, and here here is minus and here is plus, so this multiplication will be minus 4m2 which is equal to, here I will write 3m1 and minus 6m2. Okay, so after multiplication I have written. Okay, now further I am going to read below data, and then I will arrange m1 in left hand side and m2 in right hand side. So here I will in the 4m1 minus, and this 3m1 is high plus sign, it will come in left hand side, so its sign will change. So here plus sign is taken, it will come in left hand side, so I will put here minus 3m1. Similarly, here minus 4 is plus sign, minus 4. Here minus is taken, it will go to plus to the right hand side, so it will be plus sign, so plus 4m2. And here minus 6 m2 is a value, so I will write so. Now here I will say imply that minus 4 and minus 3, I will say minus 7 m1, and here I will say I will subtract minus 6 m2, here plus 4 m2, and here minus 6 m2. So after subtraction I will write here minus 2 m2. Again you see minus and minus sign will cancel out, so after cancelling I will write here 7 m1 which is equal to 2 m2. Okay, student. So after simplification I have got this value. So my question is that we have to get the ratio of line segment which divides the point this one, so that I suppose that line segment is dividing with m1 into m2 ratio, so I will write it as. So above that I am going to erase, and after erasing I will write it properly. So here I can write minus plus 7m1 which is equal to 2m2. I have written here. So further I will say m1 divided by m2, which is equal to 2, which is equal to here I will say 2 divided by 7. Okay, this is the information, and this information is asked in the question. So I will say initially I have supposed that point A and B divides in point A and B are given in the xy plane, and when we are joining these 2 points, so we are getting a line segment, and that line segment is dividing in the ratio m1 is to m2. Therefore I will write here m1 is to m2, which is equal to 2:7. So this is the answer. Okay student, so according to this way any question can be solved by easily, can be solved by easily. Okay student, if you are getting any confusion or any doubt or any issue, so you write your information in comment section, and I will see the comment section positively. I will reply the answer of your question. Okay student, now next information I am also going to say, if you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this educational channel with your colleagues, friend and student, and also you subscribe to this educational channel, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friend and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this point. So point name is section formula we have to use in the coordinate geometry when 2 points will be given, and a third point which is divide the line, joining the line segment of given points A and B, here A and B is available. So I will say that ratio will be m1 is to m2. So in this form, so after writing this, and I have to write its general formula. After writing the general formula, I have to equate the x coordinate from the both sides, and then we will get the value of m1 and m2. In other words, we can also compare and equate both sides of the y coordinate, and then we will get some value that will be m1 is to m2, which is equal to 2 into 7 ratio. Okay student, so I feel that you are knowing very well, so I am going to erase this one, and after erasing I will solve another question which is also based on section formula. Okay student, I hope that you are knowing very well. So I am going to erase solution and questions and its solution also for writing another question. Okay student, now other question I have to write. So this is the required way for solving the question which is based on section formula. It means that 2 points will be given, and a point is also given, and that point is dividing a line segment. In the ratio we have got what is the ratio in the question. Okay, now I am going to take also another question from the textbook. Using section formula. Now question number 2 I am going to write here. This is the question number 2 using section formula. Section formula. So that the points, so that the points, A minus A comma minus 1 B one comma 3 1, 3 and 3, whose coordinates are -1, 1. -1, 3 and -1, 1 are collinear. -1, 1 are collinear. 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 C-O-L-L-I-N-E-R. Collinear. Okay. This is the question. Using section formula so that the points itna and itna are collinear. Okay. So we have to use section formula. So in chapter number 6, that is the coordinate geometry, and this question number 2 I have taken from the coordinate geometry, and in this question we have to use section formula. Using section formula, so that we have to prove that the points A, B and C are collinear. What is the meaning of collinear? The meaning of collinear is that all these 3 points lie on a same straight line. In other words, we can say that if slope of any 2 points I will calculate, and the slope of these 2 points I will calculate, and other 2 points I will take and calculate, so slope will be same. It means that if 2 lines will have same slope, it means that both lines will be collinear. Means one line will be on another line, on that line. Okay. So that concept I can use for solving another method I can also use by say. But here is one information is available. We have to use section formula. So I will use section formula. So according to question here I will write. Here I will say according to question. According to question, here I will say let the points A let the points A and C joins and getting one line segment and getting a line segment and that is dividing by the point B, whose coordinate is 1, 3 in the ratio A:1. Okay. So according to question I have written information. There are 3 points are given, and I am going to assume, and I have assumed here. I have taken any 2 points, and when these 2 points are joining, and then we will get a line segment, and then again one third point, I will say that point divides the line segment in the ratio A:1. Okay, now I will use section formula because in the question given you have to use section formula for getting its answer, for getting its solution. Therefore, I will use section formula for getting its result. Okay, students, so now I am going to make its diagram here. So here I will say this is the line segment and this point is A, this point is A, and whose coordinate is also written here -3 comma -1. Now other point B, whose coordinate, other point C, other point is C, and whose coordinate is 1 comma 1. Okay, and other point I will say that is the point B, and whose coordinate is also given in the question, that is 1 comma 3. Okay, and I have supposed that this line segment is divided in the ratio A:1. Okay, so there is information I will erase, and after erasing I will use section formula. After using section formula I will get the value of K, and then with the value of K I will decide all these 3 points will lie on the same line or on the same straight line on the same segment. Okay, students, so this concept I will use, and other concept is also easy for solving this question, that will be such that we have to get slope of this AB line and also BC line, and we will get same slope AB line, yeah, BC line, yeah, AC line. So after getting slope, I will get same slope, value of same slope. It means that line will be parallel to each other, and in other words we will say one line each on another line. Okay, this is the second solution, but first solution according to the question I will give you. Here I will use section formula. Section formula. Here I will use section formula. I will write x coordinate, that will be em1 x2 plus em2 x1 divided by em1 plus em2. This is the x coordinate which is given in this. Okay, students, so I will say this is the x1 comma y1, and this will be x comma y, and this will be x2 comma y2. Now I will substitute the value of x m1, m2, and x1 x2 in this information, and then we will get, and also I will say the value of y which is equal to y coordinate, that will be m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by I will write here m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2. So I will say this is the equation number 1. Now further I will write here one information, and that information I will utilize here in equation 1, and then we will get its value. Now I will write one information on putting the value of m1, m2, x1, x2, x, and also y1, y2, m1, m2 in equation 1 from the diagram, and then we get. So here I will write one statement on putting the values of x, x1, y1, em1, em2, y1, and y2 from figure in equation 1 we get. Okay, students, so these are the information, and these informations I will take from the figure a diagram and I will substitute in equation number 1 and then we will get. Okay, now further I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one I will substitute all informations from the figure in equation 1 and then we will solve. Okay student, for further solution I am going to erase this one, and after erasing this one I will write. Now in the place of x I will put there 1 which is equal to em1. The value of em1 is k into s2. The value of s2 is minus 1, so here I will write minus 1 plus the value of em2 that is 1 and the value of s1 that is minus 3 divided by I will put here em1 plus em2. em1 is a or em2 is 1. Okay student, so here I have got this information. Now further I am going to resolve it getting the value of k. Okay student, now further I will say k into minus 1 that will be minus k, and minus plus into minus that will be minus, and 1 into 3 that will be 3 divided by k plus 1. Okay student, now further I am going to do cross multiplication. I will put it in bracket. After putting in bracket I will simplify. After simplifying I will get the value of k. Now further I am going to do cross multiplication, means 1 into in the bracket I am writing k plus 1 which is equal to 1 into in the bracket I will write k minus 3 minus k minus 3. So further I am going to simplify. If I will multiply with 1, so there will be no change in the question. So here I will say k plus 1, and here I will write also minus k or minus 3. Okay student, now further I am going to simplify above. After erasing above data, and then I will get its value. Now same data I am writing here k plus 1 which is equal to minus k minus 3. Now all term I will take left hand side from right hand side, so all term will come in left hand side, so its sign will change. So here I will put k plus 1 and here minus is equal, so it will come in left hand side, that will be plus k, and here will be also plus 3 which is equal to 0. Now here I will add k plus k, that will be 2k, and here I will say 3 plus 2 that is 3 plus 1 that will be 4. Here I will write 4 which is equal to 0. Now further I will also simplify. Here after simplify I will write 2k which is equal to minus 4. Therefore I will say minus 4 divided by 2. So here say I will say 2 that is 4. Now further I will write its value k is equal to minus 2. So here I have got the value of k which is equal to minus 2 when I have solve x coordinate. Similarly I will solve the y coordinate. If I will solve the value of y coordinate and I will get the same result, the value of k will be 2, so minus 2, so I will say these 3 points will lie on the same straight line here, on the same section, that is a segment. All these 3 points will lie on the same line. When I have taken the x coordinate, so I have got the value of k which is equal to minus 2. Now I am going to equate y coordinate. Y coordinate I have to also write k is equal to em2 em1 y2 plus em1 y1 divided by em2 y2 divided by em1 plus em2. Now further here I will write the value of y, that is a value 2, so here I will put 3, and here the value of m1 is a value k, so I will put k, the value of y2. The value of y2 is 1, so I will put here 1 plus value of m2 is 1, and the value of y1, the value of y1 is minus 1, so I will put here minus 1 divided by k plus 1. That is given in the question. Now here I will simplify. After simplify I will take its value k minus 1 divided by k plus 1, and in the left hand side I have written 3 and 3 can be written as 3 divided by 1. Now I will use concept of cross multiplication and then I will simplify it. After simplifying I will get its value of data and will erase for further calculation. Now 3 divided by 1 which is equal to, I have to write k minus 1 divided by k plus 1. So I will multiply cross multiplication 3 into k bracket I will write k plus 1 which is equal to 1 into in the bracket I will write k minus 1. Now further I will write as 3k plus 3 because 3 is multiplied with k and also 3 is multiplied with 1, so 3k plus 3 which is equal to k minus 1. Okay student, now further I will simplify. I will take all data in the left hand side. After writing left hand side and then I will simplify. So this k has plus sign, it will come in left hand side, it will have minus sign, and this sign is minus, it will come in left side and plus. Okay student, now further the above data I am going to erase for the calculation. Okay student, so here I am putting in like that, here 3k minus k, that will be 2k. Now here I will say this is 3 and plus 1, that will be 4 which is equal to 0. In other words we can say that I will divide it into 2. So k plus 2 which is equal to 0. Again I will simplify. After simplifying I will say k is equal to minus 2. When I have solved with the value of x, with the value of x, the coordinate of x, I have got the value of k which is equal to minus 2, and when I have taken the y coordinate of the section formula, then I have also get the value of k which is equal to minus 2. It means that points A, B, C are lying on the same line. It means that point A, B, C are collinear. Okay student, now further I will write points, the points A, B and C lie on the same line segment, from the same line segment because the value of k is equal to minus 2 in both cases. Hence proved. Hence in both cases. In both cases. Here I hence points A, B and C are co-linear. Okay students, so this is the information, and this information I have already proved. Okay, so according to this way solution of any question can be done. Okay students, so you are understanding very well. Therefore you like this live video and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can improve, that is update and develop their knowledge on this point. That is point name is the coordinate geometry, and here in this question I am using section formula. and also simultaneously you subscribe this educational channel. Channel name is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Okay student, now you possibly follow and subscribe it. And if you will get any confusion, so that confusion you can talk with me with comment section, and I will see the comment section, and possibly I will reply the solution of your comment. Now second concept is such that if these 3 points are given, so I will consider any 2 points at a time, and I will take slope of that line segment, and after getting slope of that line segment, again I will consider any 2 points except taking one except taking. I will take any 2 points except any one which is taken before. So I will again take the line slope of that line, and I will get slope of in second cases. So in second or first case, both line segment will have same slope. It means that both lines will be parallel to each other. It means that if 2 lines are parallel to each other, I will say that one line will be like this and other line will be like this. It means that both lines are parallel to each other. In other words, we can say that both lines can be in this way. Both line, if this line I will put on this line, so both line will be like this. Both lines will be like this. Okay, so if both lines will be parallel to each other, it means the slope will be equal, and slope will be equal. In other words, in technical word, I will say that both lines will lie on a same line, yes, same line segment. So according to this way I will prove. So this is the solution which is asked in the question, because in the question already written here, you have to use section formula for getting its solution. You have to show its solution. This 3 point will lie on a semi-straight line. Okay student, now additional information I am going to say you. If you are needing asking question in Hindi medium, so already I have prepared and uploaded in my video section. You go in my video section, from there you can learn. And when I will also get time, so I will prepare in Hindi medium. I will also upload on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Okay, and already this time slot, that is 7 past to 10, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. Always I will be always I will be online, and during this time slot I will teach 10th class mathematics, and which is in English medium, and it is also based on CBSE pattern, that is NCERT pattern, and board will be CBSE. Okay, so this is the required way, and you have to follow it positively. Now I am going to write here time slot, and that time slot you follow positively. So I am going to erase here. I am going to write here time slot, that is 10 past to 7 p.m. to up to here. I am going to write up to 8 past to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. In other words, I can say that here 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. So this is the time slot. In this time slot, I will possibly teach mathematics of the class 10 in English medium. Okay, student, if you will have any issues, so you comment, and I will see the comment, and positively I will reply. Okay, dear student and audience, thank you for watching. Jai Hind.